I'm Noel. I'm the outgoing congregational leader of the Institute of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Loretto Sisters.
And I'm Jane, and I'm the outgoing congregational leader of the Congregation of Jesus. And between our two branches, we have 600 years of living religious life as two separate branches of a congregation.
And now we're becoming one congregation. It seems like a good idea to become one because we have a shared history of common founders, common constitutions. We have the same charism, and now is the time for us to do so.
It's taken a long time, as we said, it's taken hundreds of years, but it feels as though this is the moment to bring together all those constituents of what we share, which is pretty much 100%.
When we began these conversations, I think some of the vital steps for the journey were we had a discernment weekend, and outside Rome the two leadership teams came together, and from there we engaged with our membership to see where they want us to do this.
And then the next step was to engage the membership themselves in this discernment process, and we began that by what we called an ambassadors process, which is self-explanatory, and the ambassadors introduced regions and provinces, both branches, to each other, for those who didn't know each other as so well up till then.
We hit a bit of a glitch when we realised that we had been talking about union, which is a specific thing, and we had to reconsider because it was really merger was where we were heading. So we then went to back to the IBVM membership about merger, and after a couple of months of prayer and discernment, we got a 90% yes to that.
And then the next step was that we held our general chapter this summer, and the IBVM general leadership team came and presented their request to be merged with us, the Congregation of Jesus.
And then we had our congregation, and we also considered the question of whether we would merge with the Congregation of Jesus, and we got a yes to that. You're always worried that you won't get the unanimous yes, but actually I wasn't surprised because this has been the desire of our membership for centuries. The Vatican have been extremely encouraging. When we went for the first visit, it was during COVID, and the canon lawyer we met told us that we were coming to an open door. We have, because of the common founders, the common constitutions, the common charism, we were coming together for mission, not because somebody was diminishing or one congregation was diminishing or anything like that.
Well, I wouldn't want to overstate our importance, but I do think that our friendship and the fact that we have collaborated, and our two teams have collaborated ever more closely, especially in the last 6-7 years, that has to have played a part, and we're grateful for it.
We actually have some shared apostolates as well, and our mission is the same. There have been a few wobbles along the way and a few moments of fear and anxiety, I think. For me, at our first discernment weekend, there was a real moment of darkness, probably, when I realised what I was actually going to ask our members to do.
For me, the wobbly moments were not so much my own, but those of the membership, when people began to talk about cultural differences, and you mentioned the word desolation. The word desolation was mentioned, and I think that did creep in, but we were blessed to have time, and I think we both would agree that time has been really critical to this discernment process.
I have a sense of deep consolation that we listened and we heard, and that we managed to move the congregations to this step.
And I'm grateful, in a sense, that at the moments when we did have our own concerns, we were given every time the courage to just take the next step, and also the freedom to say, well, if that's not what membership wants, then we can let it go. But we were blessed to find that they and we were on the same page.
I think my advice to anybody would be to take it step by step and to listen to membership.
For me, the word discernment, there's got to be crucial to it. And as Noel has implied, you have to bring people with you. That's the important thing.
My hope would be that in 10 years' time that all the canonical and civil issues will be out of the way, and that we will all be CJ sisters at that point, and that we will be living a life committed to mission and with joy.
And for me, I think my dream is that in 10 years' time, what this is doing is a bit like some sort of chemical experiment. It's creating an energy that will drive us forward in mission.